going on, everybody? Jacob from It's Leather Weather again. So as you might know, Sturgis is coming up soon, and I need to make sure that this bike is completely good to go. I trust everything about it. It makes no noises, nothing vibrates, nothing. Everything needs to be good. I gotta have all the fluids changed, fresh tire, everything must be perfect before I leave. I don't want to risk anything on the road. It's too far of a drive to risk anything. So I don't know if mine have ever been replaced, but I have a front and a rear engine mount to install before I go. So we're gonna take care of that today. I'm gonna probably refresh some of the bushings on my smooth stabilizer kit. Run to the hardware store and see if I can find similar or the same bushings, because my rubber bushings are exploded and cracked and dry rotted on those guys. What we're gonna do is jack up the engine. I have the bike supported right now by a like rear racing stand. So the rear end support in the bike's level, and I've got a car jack underneath the engine to be able to get some weight off of that front motor mount, so that way I can take care of it and pull it out and the bolts aren't fighting me. Otherwise, there's gonna be no way you can get it out unless you get some engine, get some weight off of that engine. So let's try and get to it. We're gonna start with the front motor mount, and then we're gonna work our way to the rear. Another thing that I'm doing before I leave, because I don't know if it's ever been done, is I'm changing out the fork oil on my bike. And I also ordered a Race Tech front end kit, full kit, with everything in it to change it, replace it. So let's get started with the front engine mount now. So this looks relatively straightforward. It looks like there's just these two bolts, and I have this smooth stabilizer. Alright, if these are struggling, that would mean that I do not have the engine mount far, or the engine pushed up enough. You've got some 9/16 holding it sideways right there, and then it should pull right out. Front one out. There's two bolts on the side that had to go out. Yeah, I don't think this has ever been done. Maybe not all the way through on the bottom half, but it was starting to go. I'm sure the rest of it was probably on its way as well. But either way, even if that wasn't totally destroyed, you shouldn't really even wait till it's that long. You should replace these before it's too late. You don't want to be causing yourself to almost to die when you're riding this thing. All right, let's get back to installing it. So, something slight like that. And I am gonna put some red Loctite on these once these are aligned. All right, I lifted the engine a little bit more. There it goes. All right, 9/16, my friends. I'm sure there's some swivel socket or something that makes this 10 times easier, but if you're like me, just like I say all the time, do it the hard way, because you're too cheap to buy nice tools. Rather buy nice parts than nice tools. So now we gotta jack this up more, get that to line up a little bit better. I was able to get these to start. I had to just play with jacking up the engine a little bit and pulling it down, pushing it up, bringing it down. So torque spec on those guys is 21 to 27 foot-pounds, which seems unreasonably way too low. Probably can't read that, but it says 21 to 27 foot-pounds, and they want you to do the front ones, or like lower ones first. That would be considered number 1. Yep, they want you to tighten those first and then the side ones. Now that's over with, we're gonna try and work on the rear. The rear seems like it's gonna be a little bit more in depth than that. That was almost just what I would call like plug and play. This one, they say you don't have to remove the rear wheel. I'm going to, because I want to make my life a little bit easier when trying to install this. Otherwise, I'm going to be screaming and complaining. And yeah, I'm just going to remove the rear wheel and I'm going to get this done. They want you to support the rear end by the oil tank, which is the oil pan. So that's exactly what I'm doing. According to Harley OEM manual, it says remove left side foot peg and debris reflector, which I don't think I really have to, but we'll see. Use the jack on the oil tank, support the rear of the transmission, long extension from the right side of the motorcycle and a wrench on the other side. Remove the isolator. All right, I have pulled the rear wheel off. What a nightmare that is. Can't stand doing that. So you can see to remove these, if you've got these, I mean, sure, you probably already know how to do this, but I gotta get these out of here and unthread these to come inwards, so that way I can break this brace loose and be able to get these out of here. I actually need to tighten these in to be able to get them out. We're pulling the motor mount out. You got to keep these guys in first to be able to get the side ones out. Otherwise, it will be nearly impossible. One.
And look at his pockets.
There it is. One. Shove this guy into here. It's gonna fit along those. What'll be this? Mother or catch. From where I left off, I gave up and I decided to go to bed, try again the next day. So, how I got this son of a back in here, my engine actually ended up, as I took it out, the whole motor and frame twisted and got a little sideways on me, making it super difficult. So, what I was able to do to make this work, I struggled with this for at least the last half hour, was I put in these two top bolts first, put those guys in, got them as far as I could. I might be able to hit them in the rest of the way now, but I got those in first, and then these bolts were not lined up left to right, so I had to take a flathead on the side of the frame and engine here like this, and I had to tweak it back and forth till it lined up correct, and they went in super smooth. So now I should be able to get my other bracket for the side piece here for the spooth stabilizer and throw that thing in here. But yeah, basically I took this, just threw it up in here, jacked the engine up a specific way and maneuvered it with screwdrivers and stuff till these bolts went across, and then same thing, left to right, up and down, until those bolts also lined up. But holy cow, honestly, kind of a nightmare, to be honest. That's how that's done. So, now that that's completely done, you've got this guy tightened up fully. I kind of find the middle point of where there's no brace, and then I brace it outwards just a bit. Tighten it up. These are tightened, I know for sure. This bracket's tightened, so we should be good. These are spaced out back there. Should be good, and the rest is putting the wheel back on, which is going to be a major nightmare, and then playing the alignment game is going to be a major nightmare, trying to get the caliper to line up.